Can you think of a more elite championship weekend than these four teams? We got San Francisco and Philly in the NFC title game on Sunday afternoon. And then it wraps up with Bengals, Chiefs, Sunday evening. I said it earlier. I think these are the four best teams, bar none. I think the four best teams on this season from the beginning to the end, these are the best teams we got here.
The four best, and then the two of the hottest teams in the NFL as well on top of that with San Francisco and the Bengals. So, yeah, I don't remember a more loaded four teams, and just like how the teams match up too is going to be super fun.
These four teams since week 7 are a combined 42-6 on the season.
Dang.
3 of the and then 2 of those losses were delivered by one of these teams. San Francisco lost to Kansas City. Kansas City lost to Cincinnati. So that's 2 of those 6. NFC Championship, San Francisco is going to Philly. Who wins the battle of the trenches in this game? Because that's Philadelphia's strength here. But with the run game, Nick Bosa on the defensive side, Trent Williams on the offensive side, it feels like that's going to be a massive factor in what happens on Sunday.
So I'm excited. Well, I think what kind of gives a little bit of the edge, one, Philly's home field advantage, and 2 is Philly's offensive line. And the Philly fans, players, coaches, they feed off that energy. It's going to be electric. And if they get an early lead, it's like that's, I don't know, a worse environment to be in the championship in Philly. I mean, we know it all too well. When stuff starts going bad, and they can start going bad quick against this team, watch out, because it's all going to come falling down. These teams match up very well, and the only difference is quarterback. And I think on top of home field advantage, I mean, if it was in San Francisco, I think I'd still be taking Philly, but in a little bit closer game.
It's so close that I have to just nitpick now. I like San Fran's defensive line over Philly's offensive line for purely the fact that Bosa is going to go against an injured Lane Johnson. If Lane Johnson was healthy, man, I don't even know how I'd pick. They're so close. It's like even the other side of the ball with like Philly's defensive line and San Fran's offensive line, like, dang, they're so close. Yeah. I will take San Francisco to beat Philly, but I 100% agree. We talked about Purdy earlier. If Philly gets a lead, I don't like Purdy to come back. I really don't.
I'm going to go with Philadelphia. I love both. I love both teams from like a skill level. I just keep going back to Purdy and that atmosphere and that pressure they're going to see. It's going to take a really good performance by that San Francisco offensive line. And I think we're going to have to see some big plays made by either McCaffrey or Samuel, or Purdy's going to have to put the team on his back for a drive or two. I just don't have faith in that type of environment and this big of a game.
I'm going to take Philly as well. I think the only way San Francisco wins this game is just somehow getting after and containing Hurts. Like, again, you can't bring the blitz all the time because he is so shifty. But I think it's going to, if they can win a turnover battle, which I feel like this game, it's going to be happening. You have to win that turnover battle. And if they can get a couple big plays, I think that's the only way they can upset. I'll put that in quotes because it's not really an upset because they're both just unreal teams. But I don't think Brock Purdy is going to win this game for them. I think it's going to come from the other side of the ball. The thing that's so crazy about this game too is, as great as these teams have been, especially since that like week 7 thing I said, since McCaffrey's been added to them, neither one of these teams has seen a team like the other. I know the Niners played the Chiefs, but that's an entirely different type of football team.